All right, now tell them who you are, and then next tell me how your journey started and what businesses you own now.
Yeah, man. I'm Dan C. Hunter, man. Macabrizi, Che. Everybody know me in Seattle and Pensacola, Florida, across the map. But yeah, man, my journey started in
The
business.
microphone,
Oh yeah, my
my
journey
fault.
started in business, young man, and getting out the penitentiary. I did some time in the penitentiary, and I had to come up with a plan while I was up in there. About what I didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
So I came up with a plan to sell CDs and sell movies. When I got out, and that's kind of how my journey started. I used to do a little bit of rapping, you know what I mean, and so I started putting mixed CDs together and just doing everything myself out the trunk, going to the studio, paying for the studio time, pressing the CDs up, getting the covers made, all that type of stuff, and get ready for distribution. I was already selling CDs, so I said, go ahead and mix my CDs,
Uh-huh.
up in there, with it. Then I got into a little bit more trouble about 2009, had to go on the run, went down to Florida. And kind of continued my journey a little bit, selling CDs and movies and just making my way down there for myself and my family. And then got back up here around 2016, went to work, and since then, but I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit, with the CDs and movies. So that just kind of graduated to the streaming because everybody's streaming now and listening to music and watching TV in different ways. So I
Yeah.
kind of had to adapt to that. And then got into the business of selling cars. Also, when I was down in Florida, I used to go door to door selling ADT. So that
Mhm.
kind of got my business started that way, is learning how to talk to people and just be able to go through the front door, not the back door. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, man. So I learned how to do that, and then that just brought me into selling cars and just being able to adapt my skills to whatever it is that I'm selling. And basically, in sales, is just about knowing your product and being passionate about your product, something that you believe in, and then you can get behind it and learn the script and learn the rules of
Uh
the
huh.
game, so to speak.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So my next question would be, what's something you could tell somebody that is taking penitentiary chances to get some money? What's the importance of legalizing their money? What's something that you could say about
Man,
that?
man, it's super important. I would say stop immediately. You know what I mean? No matter where you're at in the game, whether you got a lot of money or you don't got a lot of money. You know what I mean? Because man, you can't do nothing. You get caught up. You get a lot of money, and then the feds come, and you lose everything. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? So you kind of build your foundation on sand, so to speak. Everything that you work for is gone. So it's best to try to, if you are in the game and you got a little bit of money, you figure out something that you like to do to solidify that. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Go
Yep.
ahead and get your EIN number. That's free. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get your UBI number. File, with the state. That's about $111.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you just kind of got to work with what you got. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, if it's selling plates, if it's selling rims, detailing, you got a service, podcast, just whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to put something into it, and then it'll start taking off. The
Yep.
things you do today, is going to affect you tomorrow. Whether that be good or bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. So we know attaining ownership is hard, and we know it's going to be difficult. But for somebody who's just starting out, what's one of the most difficult things that they could focus on now? So when they get to that point, it's just going to become easy, and they could just do it just like that,
Man, doing the work.
doing the
You know
work.
what I mean? Yeah, doing the work, the sacrifice, the stuff that nobody sees. You know what I mean? Studying. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you want to do, especially for you young people. You guys got everything at your fingertips.
Uh
There's
huh.
not a whole lot holding you guys back now. You know what I mean? You guys are kind of able to, you know, springboard off the back of your ancestors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because your parents and parents and people like that went through it already, through the racism and all that type of stuff. You
Uh huh.
guys, they still have that, but it's not affecting you. It's not stopping nothing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You can
Yep.
really
Yep.
get out here, get your coin, and get started. Doing something. Especially like I said, with the computers and
Uh huh.
all the information that's out there. The AI now, just all kind of different things that you can find out about that can help you to springboard your career to the next level.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
the main thing is just getting started with whatever it is, and don't let nobody tell you no, because they don't see the vision. If you see something in it and you starting to have motion in it, and people are
Mhm.
liking it, run with it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
And you might have to make some adjustments along the way, along the road. That's just how it is in business. But that
Yeah.
doesn't change the vision. That doesn't change the goal.
Right. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now, if you could go back, say you could go back into your 20s, right? So actually, say you were in your 20s now in this day and age, right? What advice would you give somebody that's looking to start a business in their 20s but just don't know where to start, how would you have done things with the resources that we have today?
Kind of like knowing what it is that you like to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because we all got different talents. You know what I mean? Whether that may be cutting grass or whatever that is, selling plates, like I said, rapping.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kind of different ways to go about it, but you just have to get yourself educated, I would say, about what it is that you want to pursue.
Yep.
And then once you get that education, then it's going to kind of take a mind of its own. When I first started selling CDs, I got out the joint. I didn't really know how, you know what I mean, I was gonna get started, but I wrote the stuff down, you know what I mean? I wrote my goals down on paper. I knew what I needed to get. And
Mm-hmm.
then knowing that, and then everything just started taking a mind of its own, and it just grew, you know what I mean,
Yep.
to my own business out the trunk. You know, everybody used to know me as Deals on Wheels, you know what I mean? I had all the CDs, all the movies, you know what I mean? And from
Mm-hmm.
CD to South End, everywhere, everybody was buying movies and CDs from me and buying my
Exactly.
product
Yep.
to this day. You know what I'm saying? They tap
Yeah.
in with me, you know what I'm saying, with Deals on Wheels for
Yeah.
something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's been since 2005. I started with a vision, and people still do business with me today
Mm-hmm.
based off of that vision all the way back then. You know, it ain't all the way where I want it to be, but
Mm-hmm.
it's coming together. It's starting
Right.
to come together, you
Right.
know.
Tell me the importance of that, of sticking to your script and sticking to your vision, because even though you have your own vision, not everybody's going to see the same vision you have. So tell me the importance of sticking to it, even though you have people around you who might be pushing you towards a different route.
Man, well, when you start seeing results from, you know, what you're doing, you know, that makes you stick to it, you know what I mean, that much more. When I start seeing results from people, you know, buying CDs and movies, you know, that gave me that much more drive and dedication to it. I started putting everything in alphabetical order, so when you came and asked for a certain title or a certain artist, you know, I was able to go right to that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I had it in alphabetical order, you know, in my trunk, you know what I mean, with the music and with the movies. So, you know, that's just the importance of just sticking to it, because it'll take on a mind of its own, really, you know, especially once you start getting motion and start seeing the benefit of it, you know what I mean, the payoff, you know, of all your hard work, you know, and then you just gotta, you know, once you slay that goal, then you gotta, you know, like if you get 100,000, the goal next year to be should be 150,000, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just to keep on growing and just adding, you know, more sauce, you know what I mean, to your situation.
Yep. And to be in the business you're in, you got to be able to be good at selling stuff. You have to know the ins and outs
Mhm.
of sales.
Mhm.
So, what would you say is the most important aspect when it comes to getting that transaction and getting somebody to consume your product?
Is treating people how you want to be treated. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the meet and greet is certainly important. You know what I mean? Because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So me, I just try to have a ton of energy. You know, when I'm meeting people, when I used to go door to door, it's just having a ton of energy. You know what I mean? And just transferring that energy to them. You know what I mean? If I came in there as a Debbie Downer, oh man, how you doing? Then you know that's gonna be they're not gonna really want to do business. But if I come in there popping, hey man, how you doing, man?
Yeah,
My name,
yeah,
man. You know what I mean? Pleasure to meet you. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? You know what I
exactly.
mean? You know what I mean? How are you doing? And you know, just
Yeah,
get to starting a conversation with them that don't even have nothing to do with what I'm there for. You know, just meeting a friend and getting to talk to them, and then you know, when I see they want to know what I'm there for, then I let them know what I'm there for. You know,
mm-hmm,
but I got a purpose, I got a reason for being there, and
mm-hmm,
even if we don't make the transaction, at least I was able to educate them. You know what I mean, on what
mm-hmm,
I had going on.
mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a win-win no matter what. You
Right.
know.
And what's the hardest thing you came across when it does come to sales and ownership?
Oh man, ownership, having own is just doing the work. You know, once again, even with the business, it's the small things. You know, like getting the EIN, taking the time out to go do that, fill out the information that it takes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really gonna want to do that for you, and you don't want nobody to. You want to know how to do it.
Yeah.
Next, getting the UBI number. You know, taking the time out to fill that out, and just doing the work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it is, whether you're working for somebody else or you're working for yourself, you gotta come in and do the work. Like
Mm-hmm.
after you get off your 9 to 5, then you want to build your business for you. You know what I mean? Because hey, you know your job can quit you anytime. You know what I mean? But then that's why you got your side hustle in case that job quit on you. You know what I mean? You got
Yep.
something else going on over here that can sustain you.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of having ownership for me, is being able to have businesses that I can lead to the kids and to the grandkids, and make sure that that's solid, is solidified, and in order. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? So that they can
Uh-huh.
run the business with the Hunter headlights. They can rejuvenate shoes, you know what I'm saying, and charge $25 a pair to clean your shoes, tops and bottoms, you know what I mean, shoe strings, all the stuff.
Exactly.
You
Yep.
know, headlight restoration, you know, and then like I said, we got pause for cars. We're selling LED headlights. We also got Bluetooth speakers and earbuds for your ear, you know what I mean? So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, we just hustling and just trying to make $1. You had a
Mm-hmm.
15 cent, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, lastly, tell my audience and whoever's out there, tell them why ownership is important, why they should look towards ownership.
Man, ownership is important, man, because you can't never get fired from being the owner. You know what I mean? When you got your own job and you got your own motion, they can't tell you what to do. They can't tell you how to dress or be in a uniform or nothing. You can do things your way. You know what I mean? The main thing is treating the people right and taking care of the people. If you take care of the people, the money's gonna come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, lastly, where can they find you on the social media?
Man, yeah. I'm on Dan C. Hunter on Instagram, Hunter Headlight Restoration. Or if you're trying to get a car, man, 206-618-4764. That's the number that'll get you in the door, man. Tune and
Mm-hmm.
tap in, man. There's
Mm-hmm.
deals on wheels, man.
Deals on Wheels. Tap in with Dan C. Hunter over here, man. You know, on the Go Getter page, I bring you the best game, and right here, you just got that free game.